Hi, I'm Bill Pitcher, and this is a Flickr Quick Tip brought to you by the Empire Building Network. One of the things that I like to do to make my picture taking better is to take a look at what others who have more experience and quite frankly are better at taking pictures than I am, take a look at what they are doing to achieve great photographs. Now, every camera has different capabilities, and I would really like to compare pictures taken with the same cameras that I have. And I have, both a somewhat older point and shoot camera, and I have a newer digital SLR camera. And I like to look at what's possible with both of those. Fortunately, Flickr makes this fairly easy. There is a function that takes advantage of the EXIF data out of your camera. And basically, with digital cameras today, when you take a photograph, the camera records certain information like when it was taken and what the format was, what the f-stops were, the aperture, the shutter speed. And one of the pieces of data that goes along with that is what the camera is. And when you upload a picture to Flickr, in most cases, this data is transferred to Flickr. And so you'll notice, and if we look right here, you can see that this picture I've got up of these purple flowers, it says it was taken with a Casio EX S10. That's XLM S10 camera. This is my point and shoot that I started taking Flickr pictures with. And if I just click this is going to show me all the data on my picture. You'll see here that it shows the focal length, the ISO speed, whether the flash was used or not. But if I click on the camera, it's going to show me my camera. And you can see my camera is older, so fewer and fewer people are using it, and so it shows this declining usage. It also shows that despite that, there were still 1,000 items uploaded from people using this camera yesterday from 55 different people, and that even though it might be declining in popularity, it is one of the most popular cameras in Casio. In fact, it's the #2 most popular Casio camera on Flickr. So some interesting stats that you can see about your camera. If you look down here, you'll see it says interesting shots. These are some of the best shots taken with the same camera that I use. And if we click one of these, we see, quite an interesting photograph taken with it. The Casio does not work great in low light, and I can look at this picture. You won't necessarily see it the same way and see the noise of this low light shot that I would get that if we were using a digital SLR you wouldn't get. But the nice thing is that I can see some of the best pictures on here and see the quality that other people are getting. Now there's more categories here than just interesting. I can, for example, look at night shots. And this, you can see, brings up, I don't know why, there's a couple here that don't look like night shots, but most of these are night shots. And, you can take a look at these yourself. There's a couple of action shots. So it says macros might be more interesting. There's macros, and obviously there's some data being used to figure out these categories. I don't know what Flickr is doing to pull them up. So they're pretty good, but they're not perfect. Now compare that. If I go back here and click on a more recent photo, here's a picture of me with my newer SLR camera, my Sony Alpha camera. In this shot, and you can see up here it says that I'm using a Sony DSLR A380, and if I click that, I get the same information, and I can see what focal length and aperture and exposure, shutter speed that I was using. This being a newer camera, you can see the usage is going up, and that it's number 67 out of 260 Sony cameras on the system. and that there were 732 items uploaded from this camera yesterday. So when I look down here at interesting photos, we see a bunch. And if I click on night, for example, and I'm lucky, yes, lo and behold, it just so happens to show one of my pictures to the group. So this is just a great feature for seeing what other people are doing with your camera, and I encourage you to check it out. Until next time, I'm Bill Pitcher, and this has been a Flickr Quick Tip.